If the sides aren't matching up, it's because my face isn't matching up. This side, this is not the same person as this girl. Like, are they even related? Because this, who is this? This is not the same person. Which side do you like better? Do you like this side, side 1, or side 2? It's like going to the eye doctor. Is 1 better or is 2? Hey guys, welcome back. So today I'm going to be doing a little get ready with me using a lot of drugstore dupes for high-end products. A lot of the drugstore dupes I kind of prefer to the high-end, just saying. So I have a lot of affordable finds I want to share with you guys, and I'm going to be applying them to my face. I don't have enough room on my face for all of the products, so some I may just casually mention, but I'm going to try to apply as many as I can as possible. As many as possible as I can? Yeah, that's what we're doing today. I have been drinking a little bit of an energy drink today, so I am pumped. This is the electric tie-dye from Alani Nu. Tastes like Hawaiian Punch with bubbles, and it makes me energized. So first up, I'm going to be going in with foundation. So for that, I have a really great dupe for the YSL Touche ECLAT All-in-One Glow. This is like a tinted moisturizer type product. So I wanted to mention this because it's good for, you know, summer, and if you want more like lighter dewy coverage, this is amazing. I've raved about it for years, and an amazing dupe for it is the ColourPop Pretty Fresh tinted moisturizer. The packaging, the formulation, the coverage, the finish, all extremely similar. This is obviously bougie and more expensive, and I want to say you get more product in this one. Yeah, you get 1.45 ounces in the ColourPop, and you get 1 ounce in the YSL. So you're definitely getting way more product for your money. And you know, this I absolutely love, and I kind of use this one more just because this color matches me a little bit better right now, but I still love the ColourPop. I just need to get a darker color. So that actually brings me to my next dupe, and that is a brush dupe. So this is the IT Cosmetics, I think it's called like dual something brush. I love this for foundation, cream products, cream bronzer, cream blush, all of that. It also has a side over here that is good for concealer and like nose contour. A amazing dupe for it is the e.l.f. Complexion Duo Brush. They're literally like the exact same thing. Obviously this one is dirty, that's the only difference. If I were blindfolded, I would not know that this is not the same brush. Like, they're both so good. So I'm just gonna apply a squirt of the YSL on this side, and then a squirt of the ColourPop on this side. Yeah, the only difference is that the YSL, as you will see, is that it's a little bit darker. And I guess I'm just using the same brush, which is fine because this is a little bit darker and it'll help it blend a little bit better. And a lot of the times I will actually just use my hands when I'm applying this, but I just love it. If you like a really natural, if you like a really natural amount of product in your eyebrow, anyways, if you like a really like natural, your skin but better type of base product, you will love either of these. So then here we have both sides all blended out. Both last really nicely for me throughout the day and feel very lightweight on the skin and give kind of like a dewy finish. Next, for my concealer, I'm going to be duping the DIOR Forever Skin Correct concealers. I have 2 shades. I have 2N and 1W. I love these. Great coverage. The formula is creamy and somewhat hydrating. It doesn't look cakey under the eyes. I feel like it's a more hydrating version of Shape Tape. It has a really nice, beautiful finish to it, so I love these. And a great dupe for them is the YSL Hydrating Camo Concealers. The consistency and the coverage is very similar, but for a fraction of the price. So I'm going to be going in with the DIOR on this side and the e.l.f. on this side. And the colors I have for e.l.f. that I like and that are comparable are medium sand and light sand. So the darker color I kind of use as coverage, and then the lighter colors I will use kind of like as like a highlight or a brightener. but you really don't need a lot. I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. And we'll just do the e.l.f. there. The e.l.f. medium sand is a little bit darker than the DIOR 2N, but once we blend it all, it's gonna look fine. And then I'm just gonna flip my sponge around and do the other side. Then that is the concealer all blended in. Both sides look really good. Nice coverage, a little bit hydrating, not too thick or cakey, and I really love both. So then after I do my concealer, sometimes I like to spray my face with setting spray just to kind of set it that way without having to go in with the powder right away. So I'm gonna use the Urban Decay All Nighter on this side, and then the e.l.f. Stay All Night Microfine Setting Mist. This is a great dupe for this product, so we're just gonna go in and double fist it, I guess. Okay, the only thing is the e.l.f. sprayer is actually more fine. Like, do you see that? Like, that's coming out like very aggressively, but it's fine. This is very, I can't do shit with my left hand. That's the problem. So the next for my cream blush, I'm gonna be duping the NARS Air Matte blushes. I just got some new ones in PR, so that's why this looks like I haven't used it yet. I'm gonna be duping it with the e.l.f. Putty blushes. So these are so incredibly similar. Both have like a very nice like matte powdery finish almost. They're almost like a cream to powder type formula, and both are amazing, especially like if you have more oily skin and you're a little bit afraid of using cream blushes. Definitely try out either of these. They are amazing. So the color of the NARS one is called Freedom, and I don't know the e.l.f. name because it's not on the packaging, but I will find out and let you guys know. So I'm just gonna take this and apply it with a brush like this. This is the e.l.f. one I just mentioned, and just start applying it. And I'm sorry if the lighting keeps changing. I don't know what's happening with the weather. It's literally snowing out, and it's also very sunny, but then like deep and dark, so I'm not really sure what's happening. But as you can see, this cream blush is beautiful. So I'm gonna apply the e.l.f. on this side. The colors aren't like exactly the same, but they're pretty freaking close. And the formula and the finish is similar as well. So if you're looking for a cream blush that you can apply, they're pretty foolproof. You can apply them over powder, under powder, whatever you like. The formula is very nice and forgiving. So I have been loving these. Then I'm just going in with my ILIA Soft Focus powder to set my concealer in those areas, because I will get a little bit oily and shiny there. And there is no dupe for this powder. There is none. And I don't mind it. I know it's like a small little package and it's expensive, but there's no powder like it that I have tried. So next I'm gonna go in with bronzer, and I have found a dupe for my beloved ILIA Novelty bronzer. I love this bronzer. It's one of my favorites. The formula is beautiful, and this olive color is everything. It's just so flattering on the skin. It has a nice like yellowy olive undertone to it, but still has some warmth in there, so it's just a really great bronzer. But I found a really great dupe for it at the drugstore, and this is the CoverGirl Clean Fresh Pressed Powder. This is not marketed as a bronzer, but the color of this is so good. If you're looking for that olive yellowy golden undertone to your bronzer, you need to check this out. The formula is great. I just love it. I love this powder, and I'm going to use it again in a second, but this is a really great dupe for the ILIA Novelty bronzer. I think this comes in another shade. I haven't tried it, but I absolutely love both of these. So on this side, I'm going to go in with the ILIA. It's going to warm me up. Don't you just love bronzer though? Like this side, like she's just loving her life. This side, it's still snowing in April, and it's not okay. So then this side, I'm gonna go in with the CoverGirl. Gonna contour my nose really quick with my finger, and I don't know if you can see this, but my face is peeling from retinol, And if you see like flakiness, that is why. It's not any of the products. It's just my skin is falling off and shedding like a snake. So my nose contour is looking absolutely atrocious. I do realize this. No need to write a comment. I see you. I see you at your keyboard saying, oh my God, what the fuck is happening with her nose? I see you, okay? We're gonna fix it in a second. We're gonna fix it in a second. Right now I'm gonna apply more blush, okay? Because I wanted to mention this blush dupe, even though I already have blush on, it's fine. So one of my favorite blushes ever is this one from Charlotte Tilbury. It's their Cheek to Chic Climax blush. I absolutely love it. It has just like a variety of shades. It's very neutral, but it has a little shimmer in there, and I love it. And the dupe that I have for it is this one from Almay. I'll have to check out the shade name because I can't find it on here. So here they are next to each other. Obviously the Almay is just one tone, but when you swirl it together, it becomes like the same shade as the Charlotte Tilbury. I'm looking so insane, it's fine. Okay, so then I just used this NARS palette. I don't even think you can get it anymore. It's the Orgasm X palette for my highlight. I don't have a highlight dupe today, so that's why I'm just doing this super quick. So now I'm gonna go in and do a little bit of damage control, and I'm gonna be using the dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Finish Powder. This powder, honestly, I don't really see what the hype is about. I think it's a good powder, but the dupe for it, I feel like is way better. It's the CoverGirl Clean Fresh Powder. I've been raving about this for a year. I won't shut up about it because I love it. I use it as a foundation. I use it as a buffing powder. You can use it just literally as whatever. You saw I used the darker shade as a bronzer, but a really nice dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury is this powder. I think it's better personally. So I'm gonna go in and buff my face with this. And first I go in with the under eye area on a smaller brush. And I kind of like go over my nose highlight and my nose contour just to like tone it down and blend it out. Then with a big brush, I just go in all over my face. And I'm not doing half and half because I feel like it wouldn't come out good. And this powder, I believe, is better than the Charlotte Tilbury. I said what I said. So just gonna go all over, and I like to do this before I do my brows because if I go over my brows with this, it's gonna look terrible. Then really quickly, I'm just gonna pop some of the bronzer that I used in my crease. And then also underneath. For my brows, I love, love, love the Urban Decay Brow Blade. This is a brow pen on one side and a brow pencil on the other side. So this is one product, but when you use it, you kind of need something else. You need like a spoolie or something with a brush on the other side. So this is one product, but you kind of need two to do your brows. So for the dupe for this, I use two products. First being the CoverGirl Ultra Fine Brow Pencil in the shade Soft Brown. I actually really love the spoolie on this one. It's just very soft and fine, and it's not too like harsh on the skin, so I love that for the pencil side. And then the dupe for the pen side is the NYX Lift and Snatch Brow Pen. I'm obsessed with this. I also use this or the pen side of this for my winged liner, which we will see in a second, but this I use in the shade Brunette. I also have the shade Espresso and the shade Ash Brown if I want a little bit of a lighter pen, but I used Brunette and Soft Brown on this side and then Dark Drapes on this side. So next I'm gonna go off camera and do mascara. I don't have a mascara dupe today, but I do have a dupe for the SURRATT eyelash curler. I loved that one and I actually lost mine and I didn't want to spend another, I think it was like $35 or $40 on another one. So I found a really great dupe for it. It is the Sephora collection, something collab, but it's this one. I will link it obviously in the description box, but it's amazing. If you've never tried the SURRATT eyelash curler, it's great for someone who has longer, flatter, kind of like wider eyes. A lot of other lash curlers are very arched and too rounded and they cut into my eye. So this one has more of like a subtle arch to it. So it's really great if you have wider, flatter shaped eyes. So if they're not super round like this way, you need something that's a little bit flatter. So I absolutely love this one. And I think it's like at least $10 less than the SURRATT. I think this is like 20 bucks. So I love this one. Like, do you see that? Oh my God, so good. So then I just went off camera and did mascara. I didn't have a mascara dupe to share with you guys today, but I have been loving the Merit Lash Lengthening Mascara. I just bought this during the Sephora sale and I am obsessed with it. I love it. Like, don't my lashes look so good? Yes, they do. Thank you very much. So then now I'm going to do my winged liner, and I love to use my Urban Decay Brow Blade for my wings, and I like to do it after my mascara just so I can kind of see like where I would need an extra lash, if that makes sense. And then I'm going to use the NYX on this side. So the product is very similar from side to side, but skill level is not matching up. You're not a match today. Now I'm going to do lip liner. I'm using the Huda Beauty Lip Contour 2.0 in the shade Terracotta. I don't have a lip liner dupe today. I do like these. I feel like you have to work fairly quickly though, because they wear really longly and are nice and like transfer proof, but because of that, you have to work quickly to blend them. So then for lipstick, I am going to be duping the Charlotte Tilbury Hot Lips 2.0 lipsticks. This is JK Magic. I love this shade. I also love Dance Floor Princess. So the dupe I have is the Wet n Wild Mega Last High Shine Brilliance in the shade Close Off. So the shades are not exactly the same, but they're pretty close. So one side is the Charlotte Tilbury, and then the other side will be the Wet n Wild. The Wet n Wild is a little bit darker, but finish-wise and formula-wise, very similar. So if you can see, I'm just gonna kind of blend them together. But if you like the same type of nude lipsticks as me, I think you will like it. I swatched them both here. The darker one is the Wet n Wild, and then the lighter one is JK Magic from Charlotte Tilbury. I just realized I did not put any bottom mascara on. That is absurd. All right, so that's basically it. I'm just gonna do one final spray with setting spray. This is basically the same makeup look as my go-to spring makeup look that I just did, but I wanted to do dupes. So this is the end result. I am impressed, and I think you should be too, because these are looking very, very similar. So that is basically it. I attempted to fix this hair a little bit, but she's very dirty. She's a dirty girl. She's a very freaky girl. Okay, I really need to just get a hairbrush. Like, this doesn't qualify as a hairbrush. This is me brushing my hair. What am I, a sloth? What is happening here? I hate just going to get up and getting a brush. I'm the worst person ever. I realize this. I do realize this. But here is the finished look. I feel like I did a really excellent job. I'm patting myself on the back. Like, these sides are looking pretty freaking similar. Like, we have a Mary-Kate and Ashley situation going on here. Not identical twins, but fraternal twins. We have achieved that. Very, very, very similar. I know this is basically the same makeup look that I always do, but that's kind of the whole point of doing a dupes video, because I don't want to dupe products that I don't actually use and like a look that I wouldn't actually want to dupe for. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you have any good dupes in the comments below. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.